carrying around a badge, and you're not a sworn police officer.
I had
So that's all of impersonating a police officer. And then that's another red flag right there. You told me them lights don't work. They do work.
Some cops act as if there's no justice and are above every law. However, today we'll be going through these cases where corrupt and senseless police officers made shocking mistakes and got some quick karma. We begin with Scott Pearson, who was pulled over in Cook County for an expired tag. What started as a routine traffic stop quickly took a bizarre turn.
What are you doing? Officer Martinez, Cheers, police. Driver license, insurance? I stopped you for the expired tags.
Yeah, I renewed them, and then I got they spelled the plate wrong. It's not stolen because the Ringo's not one stolen plate. And then I went to renew it again, and they said that I had to go get the permission tested again. So.
Okay. You're from Martinson?
Park Ridge.
Park Ridge?
Yeah.
The officer gets back in his cruiser and, after checking his information, returns to Pearson. And that's when things start to get interesting.
You have an ID? From work?
Yeah, you know I don't have one on me, no. No, I work with Park Ridge, I said. I work for Park Ridge.
Okay.
I'm not with them anymore.
Okay. So, is there a reason why you're carrying that then?
It's just the wallet I've always had. I don't use it.
Okay, can I see it again?
Yeah.
Can I have it?
Yeah, go ahead. You can take the badge if you want.
Okay. Give me a second, okay?
Scott claimed to be a Park Ridge police officer and even had the badge with him. However, he had been removed from his job in 2024.
What's his name?
Scott. Yes.
What's going on, brother?
Scott,
how you doing? Do me a favor. Step out the car real quick. You have anything on you?
No, sir.
No weapons, nothing we need to know of?
No.
Okay. Do me a favor. Step out. Just face right here.
Face the one for me, here.
Put your hands up real quick on the car.
Hey, 390.
So you got nothing on you? No weapons, no nothing? Alright. Do me a favor. Put your hands behind your back. Yep.
Hey, 390.
So you're just being detained at the moment, so we can ask you some questions, investigate everything. You are no longer employed by Park Ridge, correct? Okay. So what's the reason you're showing our officer the badge?
I didn't show it. I opened my wallet and it's, the little
I know, but
there.
when when you have been terminated from a police department or anything, you're not allowed to carry any police identity, no badge, no nothing, anything at all, because that's pretty much, you're impersonating a police officer, which you are no longer a police officer.
Yeah, I didn't state I was a cop. I didn't.
But you still have a badge on you, right? And you showed him the badge, and you said you used to work for Park Ridge or Burr Ridge, wherever it was, right?
I asked you, if you remember, I asked you, is that Arlington? And you said, no, that's Park Ridge.
I said, no, I work for Park Ridge.
Yeah.
Okay, do you work for any other department at the moment, anything? No.
I said I work.
Scott's lies quickly unraveled. He suddenly changed his story, claiming he used to work for the department, despite initially speaking in the present tense and flashing his badge. And surprisingly, the badge wasn't the only questionable item he had in the car.
Does this car have lights? Because we see the lights on there.
They don't work, no. But
Where's the switch at that you would activate them if you did have them?
It was underneath the front, but they don't work. Underneath the floorboard, it's my wiring.
These right here?
Floorboard, it doesn't work. It doesn't work, like I said. I had, They were there when I
7232.
worked there. That's the wall that we buy.
7232.
You said you installed that yourself?
Yeah, but you put those, you install those lights, so they're actually police lights that flash, like police lights?
Police, I never use them.
So how did they get on there?
I put them on myself, but it was just...
Okay, so listen to what I'm telling you now. You have police lights on a vehicle that you're saying apparently don't work, but you have lights on here, you're carrying around a badge, and you're not a sworn police officer. So that's all of impersonating a police officer.
When I was working there, I had them.
Okay, so you understand when you get terminated from a job, that should automatically come off. That should not be on your vehicle at all, because now you have these on your vehicle and you also have a badge.
The officers are stunned by Scott's sense of entitlement, and things get worse when they discover the police lights on his SUV are fully functional. They quickly make it clear just how serious the situation is for him.
Okay, so you understand when you get terminated from a job, that should automatically come off. That should not be on your vehicle at all, because now you have these on your vehicle and you also have a badge. So how do we know you're not pulling somebody over? You could say, yeah, they don't work right now, but there's something you could probably go under the hood, connect them, and you can start pulling people over and acting like you're still the police and you're not. So that's all evidence of impersonating a police officer. Which at the time you should have just turned your stuff into Park Ridge or whoever it was.
Everything in that I had, yeah, the wall.
Except the badge, you should have turned the badge in as well. Yeah, go ahead.
Could you answer that to my baby mama? I'm supposed to get my kids.
Okay. Give me a second.
Supposed to pick them up in a half hour.
Okay.
We're gonna go.
This one, or yeah, because we're gonna be right here anyway, because we don't want to be too far. And then we'll go from there after we'll see what Sarge says right now. Got it? Got it? Just turn your foot. You gotta turn your foot somehow. Yep. There you go. Turn your body. There you go. Let me get this seat.
And you can call all my bosses. I was never that person, that guy that was actually at the retirement party for one of the guys tonight.
I understand, but you see where we're coming from, right? If I'm a police officer right now and I get terminated and I carry a badge on me and I open up my wallet and I have a badge there and I have a vehicle with actually police lights still on it, that's red flags. At my point, I would say, you know what? I'm terminated. I'm going to need to get rid of this badge, turn this back into them, and I'm going to take these lights off this vehicle. Okay, well, we'll talk her down a little bit.
The officer detains him and begins searching the vehicle. For this police impersonator, things are about to go from bad to worse.
There are police lights. Hey, they do work. They're working. They're flashing. So, vehicle does have, as you can see, police lights in the front. That was installed.
While searching the vehicle, the officer answers a call coming through Scott's phone and takes the opportunity to explain just how badly Scott has messed up.
This is Officer Perea with the Cook County Sheriff's Police Department. I don't know who the guy is that you're calling. I think, he is being detained at the moment. He is being arrested for impersonating a police officer. So he's going to be in custody. We'll be going down to the station at Maywood. He will have probably a court hearing tomorrow to see what his bond's going to be, if they're going to bond him or give him a bond. And his vehicle will be seized. It's going to be towed because there are police lights on the vehicle that are actively working as well. So right now this is an investigation. So he is being detained, okay? Once he gets his phone call from the station, he'll probably give you a call. Okay, bye.
Scott's act finally came to an end. It's unclear how long he had been abusing authority he never truly had. Shortly after, the officers formally placed him under arrest.
I'm going to sit you on the other side so you can go more room.
And then that's another red flag right there. You told me them lights don't work. They do work.
Use them since I was
Okay, well, you can say all you want to say, but they're plugged in and they're actively working. So I have them on now.
I'm going to readjust, just face over here.
Readjust them for what?
Just want to make sure I can fit a finger.
Pulled them over for the expired tag from 23. Pulled him over for expired tag, and come to find out when he comes up to him, talks to him, the guy opens up his wallet and has his badge right there. He's like, "Oh, you're a police officer?" He's like, "Yeah." And all of a sudden he's like, "Wait, from where?" He's like, "Park Ridge." He's like, "Well, I used to work there." And then he started trying to change his story around, and then we seen the lights on there too, and we found that activated the lights. We're like, so yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we verified with Park Ridge. They're like, yeah, no, we let him go a couple months ago already.
Scott Pearson was taken to the police station and cited for 1 count of impersonating a police officer and later released. While this ex-cop got a harsh wake-up call, watch how the next reckless officer gets hit with swift karma.
Be safe. If you're that scared, find another job. Find another job. Come work with me. I'll get you a job. You're an officer. You want to be a real officer, or do you want to be a harasser?
In June 2017, an Oxford police officer responded to a complaint about a dog wandering the neighborhood. What should have been a routine check quickly escalated into chaos.
The description, and let's get straight into it.
Hello, sir.
Hey,
How we doing?
doing all right.
You have a brindle pit bull
Yeah,
dog?
I got a brown boxer mix.
Brown boxer mix dog, kind of a tiger stripe on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty solid, strong looking thing. Okay. Well,
Next time, if you don't mind, don't beat the hell out of my door if you don't mind, okay? I came to the door. That was a loud knock. I would never come to your house and do it. Don't come to mine and do it, okay? Now let's handle some business. Actually, hold on.
The officer crossed the line by attempting to unlawfully open the individual's door, but the resident stood his ground and put the overstepping officer firmly in his place.
I was here earlier, and I didn't notice a change in the difference in cars.
Come here. Come feel my hood. Since you didn't notice the change in cars. Since you didn't notice the change in cars, you put your hand on this exhaust, and you let me know, is it hot? Does it feel like somebody got off the highway?
I didn't.
Don't stand here. You can feel the heat come off of it.
Don't
stand here.
I didn't say you were lying.
Well, you implied. Come
No,
here.
I'm not.
You ain't even got to touch it. Just come.
I can feel the heat
Thank
standing
you.
here.
Now, all this could have been settled differently if you didn't beat the heck out of my door. I would have came to the door nice.
Okay.
But you've changed the situation. So what is the business now?
The fact that I am here again, been a while.
My dog, I know.
Surely this unhinged officer overestimated his authority, and this individual was about to set him straight by delivering a historic lesson in law.
I mean, and I know he breaks out. I discipline him too. And he's wrong. But the way you come knock on, beat my door down,
Yes, sir.
that's a no-no. And then swing my door back open after I closed it, don't you ever do that again. You hear me?
Excuse me?
You cannot open my door. You cannot open my door when I close my door.
I can't.
No, can you? You can open when I close my door and say, I'm getting my shorts to come talk to you. You cannot open my door again. Do not swing my door open.
I cannot open your door.
You cannot open my door. You tell me what law says you can open my door. It's what law says that you can.
Can I trust that you don't have a gun?
Why would I have a gun? Man, why would I have a gun?
Can I trust that you don't?
Why would I have a gun? Why does a gun even come up?
Can I trust that you don't? Because it's officer safety.
Officer safety would have been tapping on the door nice and having some backup if you feared for your life that I had a gun. But no, you come beat my door down right when I got off work, right from watching the news. You know how that feels? Think if you got off a shift and I come beat your door down. I didn't do nothing wrong to you. That's wrong. Don't do that. And then when I closed the door, was I not in my boxers? Tell the truth, was I in my boxers?
You were in shorts.
Oh, now you're lying. Why do you do this? I mean, why? Why are you even an officer if you want to do this? Why?
Right.
Why?
Do I?
I'm saying why? Why? If you want to lie like this, was I not? Tell the truth. Just be truthful. Was I in my boxers?
You were in shorts.
Instead of backing down or apologizing, the officer doubled down and continued to harass the individual, only making a fool of himself in the process. That's what you call instant karma when you least expect it.
I have different shorts on now.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did. So I have different shorts on now. Okay.
Yeah.
Were I in these when you came to the door?
Right.
I was in these.
You know that I'm videoing this too,
Okay,
right?
but I'm videoing it for me.
Okay.
Okay? We're gonna video it for me because you don't care about me. You beat my door down and you said I have a gun.
No, I didn't.
Okay, how did the gun come up? Did you bring it up or did I bring it up?
I asked you.
No. That's a yes or no question.
You
Did you bring the gun up or did I bring the gun up?
Right.
I didn't bring a gun into this situation. You did. We were talking about a dog. We shouldn't have to go there. You should treat me as a man and I treat you as a man. That's why I'm out here having a talk with you instead of sitting in the house and not answering.
Right,
Okay?
right.
I'm a man. Treat me like a man. I'm the homeowner of this. Do not open my door when I close my door, telling you that I went to go get my boxes. I know where my dog is.
Well, this was a classical humiliation, and the officer was almost in tears as he had nothing to reply. The individual, a local sports teacher, clearly knew how to stand up for his rights.
The first thing on your mind was, did I have a gun? Y'all itch to use those things so bad.
For
You're
my
so
own
scared.
safety.
I know. For you to be safe, if you're that scared, find another job. Find another job. Come work with me. I'll get you a job.
Where?
Chronospan.
Okay.
The chemical planet Chronospan.
Okay.
You want a job there? Should I call John Cannell now?
No.
You don't want a job? You want to be an officer? You want to be a real officer or do you want to be a harasser? Okay? I'm looking at you like a man. Treat me like a man. Okay?
Why did you step toward me when you...
Because I want to look into your eyes. I have no weapon. You can pat me down so you can be safe. Here, you can pat me down so you can be safe.
Okay.
You came violent at me when you on my door. Don't do that. Don't do that on my door. Do you do that to your mom's door? Do you do that to other people's door? Huh? And then you implied that I was lying by saying I just got home. Why I don't get the benefit of the doubt and you must have the benefit of the doubt?
I didn't imply
I'm a first-class citizen, brother.
I didn't imply you were lying. I said I admitted fault in saying that I didn't notice the change.
I know you don't know and you don't care. That's the problem.
I don't know
Go
where you
police
work.
another community if you're not gonna treat this one right. The community that plays, I coach in this community. I try to do everything. I pick up trash. I volunteer in this community. And for me to be treated like this, it hurts, man.
Okay.
I go to work just like you. If you want a question, ask me. Don't swing my door back open when I told you I was coming back to get my shorts.
There was nothing for the officer to fear, yet he was completely humbled by someone who simply knew and stood up for his rights.
Why would you do that to another man's house? Why would you even do that? What kind of man would do that? Why would you do that?
You walked away angrily?
I walked away angrily after you beat on. No, I said, let me get my shorts. Okay?
After you
I don't
told
come,
me,
and that shows what type of person I am.
Okay.
I'm a respectful person. I didn't want to come out with my balls hanging.
Okay.
I wanted to put some clothes on. That says a lot about a man. What says a lot about a man is how they first treat people.
Right.
And then you say you're scared and you're beating down the door like a SWAT team.
No.
You make yourself scared because you start the violence.
I start the violence?
You start the violence, my brother. Did my door hit you or did you beat on it? Let's be honest.
I was knocking on your door, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Were you knocking hard?
I did knock hard.
Did you knock very hard? Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I typically knock hard, yes.
No, oh, you typically, see, you ain't grown up yet, man. Just tell the truth, man. That's what I'm saying. I mean, the best thing, like I tell people at work, just tell the truth, man. Just tell the truth.
Eventually, the power-tripping cop left the house, but not before completely getting owned by the citizen. This officer was taught a crucial lesson in the law, and this next female cop surely has no clue about the First Amendment.
Hello, why are you putting me on video?
In March 2025, a pair of auditors visited the South Carolina Department of Motor Vehicles and began filming a female officer as she exited the facility. However, the officer appeared to have completely forgotten the laws regarding public photography.
Department of Motor Vehicles. I'm out with Liberty Lens Audits. Make sure you go check out his channel and show support. Also go to the Allen Report. Let him know Mr. America sent you over.
Why are you videoing me? Hello, why are you putting me on video? Stop. Excuse me. Hello. Why is he videoing me?
I have no idea. I'm videoing him for you.
Why is he?
I have no idea. Do you know him?
No.
Dude, why? What's your problem? You sure you don't know?
I've never met her before in my life.
The officer clearly needs a reminder that she's on public property and can legally be filmed. To make matters worse, another security official steps in and tries to intimidate the auditors as well.
Why are you videoing me? Excuse me? Why is he videoing me? What? This guy is just videoing me. Are you with him?
No, I'm videoing him for her.
Can we help you? Call the manager to call CHP.
Audit.
I'll come back.
All right.
These tyrants need to be educated in the law and more responsible as law enforcement officers. Well, these cops learned a hard lesson. This next idiot cop turned out to be a complete dummy.
I was checking out something out on the map.
Okay, all right. You do realize you stopped back there?
Yeah, we thought we could get through, and then we saw we couldn't, so we turned around.
All right. You got your driver's license with you?
I do. Am I getting pulled over for something?
Well, you pulled into the water driveway back there.
To turn around.
Yeah, and we're trying to figure out what you were doing. We're trying to identify you.
Is that illegal?
How's my ID going to tell you what I'm doing?
Well, we're trying to identify you.
Okay.
For what?
May I please have your driver's license?
Is that a lawful order?
Yes, sir.
What infraction do you believe I've
pulled
committed?
over here on the road, and I checked that.
Because I was going to look at the map. I didn't want to get on my cellular device
Well, that's good.
while I was driving.
Well, that's good. I appreciate it. You got your driver's license?
Stopping your car if you're gonna use your phone is the safest thing you can do. But in the bizarro world this cop lives in,
I have my driver's license with me, but I'm not certain I'm required to give it. Can you state some sort of statute or
Yes, sir.
some sort of infraction?
Anytime you're requested by law enforcement to provide driver's license, you have to provide your driver's license.
If you've committed some sort of infraction or
You turn around
crime,
back there.
was that
that
illegal? Was that illegal?
And you pulled in, so we're trying to figure out what
Was
you're
that
doing.
illegal?
We were trying to figure out.
I understand that.
We're trying to figure out what you're doing there.
But you're not to figure out what I'm doing, police. You're the law enforcement police.
And that we're trying to figure out. It's suspicious. So we're just trying to figure out what you were doing there.
Is one of these cars your supervisor?
Yes, sir, it is.
I'd like to talk to your supervisor,
You're going to
please.
talk to me right now. And do you have your driver's license?
I'm not. I don't think I'm required to give you my driver's license, and I'd like to talk to your supervisor to find out.
it's simply an excuse to pull you over.
I don't believe you're giving me a lawful command, sir.
Yes, I am, sir.
For what purpose do you need my ID? What crime or ordinance do you suspect me to have broken?
Because it was suspicious of you to pull.
Suspicious, is
into the
that a
driveway and back
misdemeanor
out
or is that a
and pull back
felony?
this way.
Is that a misdemeanor or a felony?
That's articulable, reasonable suspicion that you were
Of what
doing
crime?
something. That you were loitering or something like that. Do you have
evidence that I was loitering?
Sir, you pulled in back there, did you not?
I turned around, yeah, because I saw that I couldn't get through.
You
That's
couldn't get
correct.
through. The road was open. I don't know.
Oh, I saw. It looked like there was checkpoints for getting into the prison or something. So we turned around because we didn't think we could get through.
As you can see from our plate, we're not from here, so yeah.
Everything the cop says is absolute baloney, but he seems to forget that everything is being recorded.
Do you have your driver's license?
I don't. I'm telling you. Am I lawfully required to give you my ID?
Yes, sir.
For what purposes am I lawfully required?
What I just explained to you, sir.
Suspicion isn't a crime, and I didn't break any
Reasonable
ordinance.
suspicion, yes.
Of a crime.
Of a reasonable suspicion that you turn around back
Can
there
I just
doing
talk to the
something.
supervisor that's back there?
No, sir. I need your driver's license.
No, I'm done answering questions.
All right, sir. I'm gonna have you step out of the vehicle for me, sir.
For what purpose?
Step out of the vehicle, sir. I just need to identify you.
But for what purpose?
You're making it harder. All I'm trying to do.
I'm trying to make it lawful.
You would think that the cop would get tired after lying out of his teeth so much, but he is just getting started with his BS.
All I'm trying to do.
What law do you think I broke to pull me over for?
You were down there. You pulled into the.
Yes, I did.
didn't know what you were doing, right?
I turned around.
That's the
I told you
warden's
what I'm doing.
residence. That's the warden's residence.
I turned
State
around.
Property,
I didn't
right?
know whose it was.
It's state property. So I came
So
down
it's
here
public
to identify.
property.
That's state property. Okay.
Public property then.
That's state property. Okay.
Was
So-
it illegal to turn around on his
Well,
property?
it's articulable reasonable suspicious that you're performing something
turnaround?
illegal there,
In a
or
vehicle?
you're doing something there when we have other things going on. So if I can please identify
I'm not
you,
from
sir.
this town.
Okay, and that's fine. And all I have to do is identify you. We can get you on your way.
How is identifying me going to tell you what I was doing?
Well, we're making sure that you're not a wanted person. You're somebody that was going to go there and harm the warden or something.
The ID is not going to tell you
I'm making a
that.
formal request for your supervisor right now.
Okay, well that's fine, sir.
I'm formally
but-
making a request
and
right now for your
I'm making a
supervisor.
formal request that you provide your driver's license.
But it's not a lawful request.
This man must have the patience of a saint, because no one else could stand this dirty cop's groveling for this long.
request, correct?
It is a lawful request.
For what reason do I need
Like
my
I said,
ID?
articulable suspicion.
What is the statute?
3611.
35.3611. What's your statute ID? It says that if you've committed a crime, if you have in the commission of a crime, already committed a crime.
Step out from me, sir.
I'm trying to get identified, and I don't think I need to.
Step back here.
For what reason?
Step back here.
What did he explain? He explained that I turned around in someone's driveway. Yes, I did. I don't know whose driveway it was.
Listen, you asked
Sir,
me a question. I'm telling you exactly what I'm doing.
Is it unlawful to turn around in a driveway? Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Currently, there's been events happening there in prison, correct?
I don't know. You can see I'm from Florida.
Apparently, the driver with a Florida plate is under suspicion for a prison break that happened nearby. These corrupt cops are just saying anything to make their incompetence sound sane.
I didn't know that either. I pulled into a driveway. I didn't know whose driveway it was. Wasn't posted for trespassing.
If you will hand your phone to your buddy, he can record with both phones, but you're going to step out here and we're going to try to identify.
Well, how is stepping out going to make me identify?
Because you haven't cooperated. I asked you multiple times.
So I'm going to ask you, sir, you're a supervisor, correct? But is this a lawful request for my ID?
It seems these cops will do anything but give the man a clear and straightforward reason for this stop. And that has to be one of the most frustrating things ever.
Can you tell me what lawful statute or of what? My wallet's down there, so I can get you my ID from down there.
Can you grab
I'm not going to have you get it.
Can you grab? I was pointing at it. It's right there. That's why I was pointing at it. You think that?
Okay. So I'm going to identify myself. I'm going to identify myself, but I'm going to make sure to follow through with this because I don't believe it's lawful.
By all means, please, sir.
So
I'm not telling you.
So you're right. Just for the record, you're identifying me right now for what purpose?
Like I told you.
Because you're suspicious.
Because I'm suspicious.
Yes, you turned around. You don't know everything that has happened.
I don't know anything that's happened. I'm not from here.
I'm going to explain it to you once I'm able to identify it.
Okay.
The cop admits the man has no idea about whatever incident happened here, but still keeps on prodding him for absolutely no reason.
So you're identifying me for suspicious behavior?
Yes, sir.
And that's not a misdemeanor nor a felony.
It is.
Nor have I committed a traffic infraction.
We don't know what you're doing. But honestly,
this isn't going to tell you what I'm doing. But so, just for the record, I have not made a traffic infraction, correct?
Sir,
is that correct?
You pulled into the water.
Did I make a traffic infraction? Yes or no?
Sir, you pulled into a driveway that does not belong to you, right?
Yes.
You don't know who it belongs to.
Correct. I was turning around.
So I'm coming down here. I've informed you. Yes. When I initially informed you, when I asked for your driver's license, you asked for the reason. I informed you whose driveway that was.
Which I asked was that unlawful, and you said
yes. I'm trying to figure out because of the
my
events
ID is
that occurred.
Going to make it yes or not
yes,
unlawful.
Yes, sir.
My ID is going to change whether it's lawful or not.
Clearly, this cop is completely allergic to being responsible and honest, and it makes you lose your mind.
I am handing you my driver's license under duress. Under threat of... Am I going to get arrested if I don't give you my license?
Sir, you can be charged. I'm just asking for your driver's license.
Am I going to be arrested if I don't give you my driver's license?
I'm just asking for your driver's license. Yes, sir, you can be arrested.
If you're asking for it, I'm going to say no. If you're requesting it, requiring it by law...
I am requiring it by law.
Under threat of arrest, then I will...
I am requiring it by law. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I am going to get arrested if I don't ID myself.
There is state law that says when you're requested by law enforcement...
That's a yes or no?
Yes, if you're required by law enforcement, you must provide your driver's license.
All right. If there's a reasonable suspicion.
This is articulable reasonable suspicion. You just proved
it. Of what crime? Of what crime? Whoa! Whoa! Simple battery. You just battered me, sir.
This cop is just digging himself into a deeper hole. And the worst part for him is that this assault was recorded from so many different cameras, including his own body cam.
Step out here, because I've given you lawful commands.
And you have my ID.
Please.
And you have my ID.
Please give your phone to your friend, and we're going to step out here.
Okay, I'm stepping out. You don't need to manhandle me. I'm stepping out.
How am I manhandling? Step out.
Okay, I'm stepping out.
I don't want you doing anything to put the vehicle in drive, because I've had that happen before.
I'll shut it off.
All right, thank you.
I didn't even think of that. I apologize.
Step back
okay,
here.
I'm stepping back.
We're going to step in front of my car. We'll get off the road.
You drop it. Stop barking orders at me, tyrant. That's what you are. You know it. We're going to make sure everybody knows it. Hey, go live. Are you live?
No.
Yeah, go live.
If you require me driver's license, I could let you go. Y'all could pick off. All right.
We'll take care of that later. That's a civil rights.
If you thought this case was extreme, and trust me, it was, wait until you see this next one where this cop takes tyranny to never-before-seen heights.
She's driving the other way, and she was literally, her passenger side wheel was completely off the road, like in the grass.
During March 2024, a Florida cop was doing his regular patrols when he noticed the car take a turn without the turn signal.
Why are you getting out of the car? Why are you getting out of the car? Step back. Step back. Step back. I did not tell you to get out of the car.
You're gonna tase me.
Walk to the back of your car.
You're gonna tase me.
Walk to the back of your car.
You're gonna tase me.
Walk to the back of your car.
Shoot me, why don't you?
Walk to the back of your car.
Shoot me.
To the back. To the back of your car.
Scott!
Turn around. That's what we're good for.
I don't feel safe.
Okay.
I'm gonna call 911.
Turn around.
I've never seen a bigger wuss than this cop, because you won't believe how he overreacted to a woman simply reaching into her bag to grab her phone.
Do not reach into your bag. I will tase you if you reach into your bag. Turn around.
Okay, you see this, right?
Turn around.
I will drop my bag for you. Are you a newbie? How long you been on the force, dude? You're
Turn
watching
around.
the whole thing, right? That's my neighbor.
Turn around.
Scott!
Turn around. Place your hands behind your head.
For what?
Place your hands behind your head. Place your hands behind your bed. Place your hands.
For what?
You're driving off the side of the roadway. You didn't use your turn signal and you're speeding when you passed me.
Right? You're
Okay.
kidding.
I've ordered you multiple times to turn around and place your hands behind your head. Now turn around and put your hands behind your head.
Can I get my boyfriend?
The unstable cop points his gun directly at the woman, dangerously escalating the situation beyond reason.
I'm 35 years old.
Okay, you're an adult and you can do this yourself.
I'm a mother of 3.
Look, ma'am, I don't want to hurt you, but if you don't listen to me, I'm going to have to.
You're gonna tase me?
I will have to if you don't listen to me. Place your hands behind your head.
You're a little pumped up. Why are you squeezing my hand so hard?
Because you keep not listening to me. Stop.
Okay,
Please.
Do you know who,
Stop.
Do you know who it is?
Okay.
Hello. You're joking. How long you been in the force? What year are we at? You're new.
Okay.
You're so new. I'm 7th generation
Okay.
Floridian. You probably aren't
Please,
even from
please,
here,
please
bro.
stay. Stay.
Like, you're talking to me like a dog. Stay or what?
Okay,
dude?
well, I've
Stay
given
or
you
what?
orders as a normal human and you don't seem to
No,
respond
you're
to that.
not. You're talking to me like I'm an animal, like a dog. Sit, stay. Like, look at your hand pressing on me, bro. You don't have to touch me.
I do.
I'm not a criminal. I don't have drugs on me, dude. I don't have any pot, any.
Okay, stop.
Search
Stop.
my car.
Stop.
No, it's
Stop.
call it.
Stop.
Please call your supervisor.
No.
Why?
I doubt anyone else on the force likes this guy, because it seems like the only way he can get people to cooperate is to threaten them or touch them or both.
Need to.
I think you do.
Do you have anything else on you?
No, I don't. What kind of police state is this, dude? I f***ing hate this, man. You're not. Are you really?
Yeah, you're going to jail.
Going to jail for what?
For
Can
resisting.
I get my purse?
No.
Resisting?
Yes.
I'm going to jail for resisting.
When you don't
Can
listen
I
to
get
me-
my cash out of my purse so I can make bond?
Okay. Sit down.
Holy f***, are you
Sit down.
serious?
Yes, you're going to jail.
For what?
First off, you're drunk and you're driving a car.
I'm not drunk and drive. Let me
Okay.
blow.
Be that as
Can
it
I
may,
blow?
you're resisting.
Can I blow?
No, not right now.
I know my rights.
Okay, fantastic. Well,
Can I
one
at
of your
least
rights
let
is
my
the right to remain
boyfriend
silent.
know?
I suggest you do that right now.
Can I at
Put your
least
feet
let my
into the car.
boyfriend know to come pick me up?
No, you can call him at the jail.
The sad truth is that this corrupt cop would probably treat a pet dog better than he would treat this mom. Or maybe he would be the type of cop that shoots them.
Darla,
I'm John, okay? I need you to put your feet
Can you
into
look
the
me up
car.
and make sure I'm not a criminal? You can't just take me like this.
I can
have
actually.
3 kids and a job. Like, please.
Okay.
Can we talk?
Can
we
you
have
put
a
your feet
yeah,
into the car,
Can we have a
please?
talk?
Yep.
My purse is.
Yep, I'll get it.
Can we have a
Put your
talk?
feet in.
Please don't take me to jail. Are you serious?
Yes, you're going to jail, Darla.
Can you get all the money out of my
Yep. Keep your feet
I
in there.
need my money out
Okay.
of my.
I need you to put your feet
I gotta
back
make
inside.
bail, bro. Please, can you get my money?
Hello. Hi. Do you know her? Okay.
All of a sudden, someone recognizes her, but you won't believe the absurd way the cop describes the situation to his partner.
Hello, man. Good. How you been? You look good still. You look healthy. Do you guys know this lady? She got some problems. She didn't want to stop her car. She didn't want to stop her car. She just kept driving. She's drunk, and just as soon as I try to pull her over, she speeds up, turns down a street without using a turn signal, pulls down the road, and keeps speeding up down here, almost hits a keter, and was driving all off the side of the road. And then as soon as she does stop, she jumps out and starts running towards me. So, and then I had to tell her like probably 20 times to turn around with my taser out, and then she told me just to shoot her. And she smells like alcohol. I don't know if she's drunk. All I could find was one buzz ball. But I'm gonna test her for DUI at the jail, but for right now she's going for resisting. I don't think I'm gonna do flee and elude because it was kind of short. It was literally like half a mile, but still lights and sirens, and she didn't slow down.
The cop describes a very unique sequence of events, but it's clear that this power-hungry cop is just looking for excuses to make a baseless arrest.
Yeah, well, when she passed me, I'm driving towards US 1 on Key Deer, and she's driving the other way. And she was literally, her passenger side wheel was completely off the road, like in the grass. And I'm just driving, I'm like, So I turn around, I speed up, I get not too close behind her, and she's just still driving off the road, swerves back into it, drives off. I'm like, oh, maybe a DUI. So I turn my camera on, start following for a minute. She starts trying to turn down the side road without her blinker on, so then I put my lights and sirens on, and then she just like sped away. And then stopped here and started screaming for her boyfriend. 35, she said. Okay,
like,
so...
Like, the ticket, please. I'm a good, outstanding citizen. I'm a mother of 3. I'm a member of this community. Like, I'm trying to do real estate, trying to do better in my life. I'm not drunk. I'll blow for you. Like, I'm good. It just you scared me. I'm not gonna lie. I've been dating this guy that lives here for about 6 months. Yeah, we just got in a fight, and I was coming here to get my stuff.
Okay. And his name is Scott?
You can actually...
Luckily for her, she had a saving grace in her ex-boyfriend living nearby. Still, the cop continues acting like an entitled, spoiled brat.
Coming with me to get my stuff. We just got in a big fight and I'm moving out.
Okay, well, your response to all of this was not correct.
Well,
I tried to pull you over way back there when you turned, and then you kind of...
He just broke up with me, and I'm coming to get my stuff.
Yeah, but when I have my lights on and then I put the siren on, you speed away from me.
I didn't see you.
Okay, well...
I'm sorry, I had the music up, and I'm crying. He just broke up with me at the gas station. We went to next to the liquor store. He was like, it's over, and I was coming to get my stuff.
Well, the thing is, your response to everything that just happened, I have to take you to jail. Okay?
Can I at least get my wallet so I can pay to get out of jail?
Yeah, I'm bringing your purse and your hat and stuff.
My wallet's in my glove box.
In your glove box.
There's a wallet.
Okay.
As reasonable as her excuses are, this irritating cop just wants to get done with this arrest ASAP without listening to anything she has to say.
For right now, you're definitely...
You at least tell him, like, to come get me, because I don't want to walk from Key West.
I thought you guys just broke up. He's going to come pick you up?
I'm sure. I'd hope so.
Okay. So, you smell like alcohol, too.
I'm going to be stuck in Key West, and I'm either going to be walking, or I would hope that you would let him know to come pick me up.
Okay, we'll let him know.
Can I have my wallet?
Yeah, I'll go
and my
get
glove box?
Yep, I'll go get it.
Thanks.
Her eyes don't really look bloodshot or water or anything, but when I got close to her, I could smell it. But then just the way she was driving, I mean, I'll try to do them at the jail. If she passes FFCs, then...
The cop admits she doesn't have one of the most obvious signs of being drunk, yet can't seem to convince himself she simply isn't like he says.
Hello.
Hey, is there something we need to...
No, you're all good. Are you Scott? No? Okay. No, you could just tell him that his ex-girlfriend's gonna go to jail.
I hope you feel good about yourself.
What?
Go catch real bad guys, not like a mother of 3 trying to better herself. You're unreal. You make me want to buy an island out in the middle of nowhere and get away from everybody.
Darla, are you bipolar by any chance?
No, I backed the blue till y'all made me black and blue, and I don't trust the police. How's that?
Till we made you black?
Keep my mouth shut, and we're just gonna go on about your day, but I hope you feel good about yourself.
Okay.
What's your name?
Deputy Lane. Deputy John Lane. I would give you my badge number. Well, we don't have badge numbers, so I don't have...
I don't care. You sound younger than me, and it's hard to respect. You know, I'm 35.
Well, that's ageist.
I don't know about you, but this petty cop's attitude is painful to endure. He seems to think he's king of the world and everyone else is just beneath him.
Please don't tow my car! Scott!
Here, let me get out so she's not screaming in the back. Hello, is that your girlfriend, Darla?
It is.
Okay, so she's gonna go to jail.
For what?
There's no reason! I've done nothing wrong!
Well, she tried to run from me, and then she got out of her car and started coming towards me.
Babe!
And I gave her a lot of orders to go back to her car and turn around, and she wouldn't do it.
That's illegal.
Okay, I think we're done talking. If you don't understand how that's illegal.
Okay.
Acting very erratic.
Do you have any other questions?
Now out Pathfinder, Florida tag 33 from.
I hate this place.
I guess not. You guys did your job, huh?
Yeah, she's gonna go to Key West jail.
What was she getting pulled over for?
For a lot of different things that don't concern you. She's an adult.
I get that, but she is my concern, so you should owe me some answers.
Are you her lawyer?
Are you a lawyer? Dude,
This idiot cop tries to be a smartass at every turn, but he just can't stop making a fool of himself.
I'm not. I'm a police officer.
Talk to me.
Hey!
I need to know
I don't have
what's
to.
going on.
She's an adult.
I get
You
that.
see what she's doing right now, right? This is why she's going to jail.
That's not illegal behavior.
Hey!
It is illegal.
That's not knocking on the door is not illegal.
Can you turn the air on? It's hot as
If I tell you with this badge and these lights on, if I tell you
Actually, I
to
have to-
back
there
away
has
from
to
me
be- there has to be
and
a
you don't do it,
A crime committed.
bad.
There has to be a crime committed for you to arrest somebody, right?
It's hot as
okay.
On what suspect? What crime did she commit for you to arrest?
Again, she's an adult. I don't need to explain this.
You do.
By what?
As an employee to me,
bad.
you need to.
An employee to you.
I pay taxes, right?
That's a good. Okay.
So
Scott, we're done talking.
No, we're
unless
not.
you want to
No,
go in the back of my car as well.
For what crime?
Either this idiot officer forgot he arrested her for resisting, or he knows it's so unbelievable that he doesn't even bother to mention it.
Oh, are you threatened?
Yeah.
In my business attire, are you threatened with...
I don't know you, but I'm about to turn around.
There you go. I see your hands shaking there. You do this often?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell. Cool. What crimes, dude? What crimes? Did you tell her what crimes she's being arrested for?
I did.